What do you want to talk about, Grayson Waller? Well, Xena, what I want to talk about is how I lost my TWF light heavyweight winnings to Gangrel, or also known as the Bloodsucker Fighter. Yeah, well, I heard you were talking about a lot of folks who want it. There were a lot of folks that want it. Yeah, well, you talked about Andre the Eiffel. Yeah, he won it. You talked about Midian, who was formerly Phineas Godwin. He won it. You also brought me up. Well, don't forget, you're leaving out other folks that won it too, like Darren Drozoff or Shane Kamicki. But yeah, you bring me up. Yeah, it was the first winnings I ever won, Xena says. You know, when I came from Ames, you know, in like the sixth, when I came from Ames in the 7th month of 26, between 99, while one day before WWF at the time did their fully loaded yield show. Yeah, it was the first winnings I won, Xena says. And you're going to somehow guilt me and shame me for that? No, I didn't come out here to do that. I just brought up how everybody wasn't going to, be as good as I was. So you think you were the greatest TWF light heavyweight fighter we ever had? Starting with Takamichi Nuku to you. Well, no, I have to take it back now because Gangrel won it. Yeah. How the fuck could Gangrel ever do anything in the toy wrestling gathering to win it? He won the TWF Evenland winnings. He won the TWF Tag Team winnings 2 times with Kevin Thorne. And all you did, Grayson Waller, since you came to the toy wrestling gathering from Walmart last month, was bitch and rant about how unfair things were. And tell everybody you were the greatest wrestler to ever come from the Folkwealth or the Folkreich of the Southern Land. That's all you did. I mean, that would be like me coming out and telling everybody I'm the greatest skilled wrestler to ever come from the Folkwealth or the Folkreich of Hellenish Land, which is a belief there. Well, Xena, you're on the half owner and the head leadership follower of Corsica Wealth Team. You think that you could do something about that? Go tell the 4-sitter Hunter Hearst Helmsley, sometimes now known as Paul Triple H Quebec, and the under 4-sitter Jeff Jarrett, and head booker and head writer God Jora. You think you'd tell them now undo all that? So you came out here because you think you're going over their heads to go to my head, believing that I'm just going to give you a shot. Gang, look, fuck. Look here, Grayson Waller. I know how you behave, all right? I know all the things you did when you were in NXT, bitching and ranting about how things weren't fair and how you should have won more, you should have had more openings there, and always bitch and ranted to then the main overseer of NXT, Shawn Michaels, who was a 6'1", before Ava Raine took over as the 7th main overseer of NXT. Then when you went from NXT to SmackDown, you still were doing the same shit, mostly. But you did win the WWE Tag Team winnings of Austin Theory. So yeah, I'll give that to you. Yeah, you'll get another match with Gangrel or the Bloodsucker Fighter. But at the end of the day, I don't think you're going to win. Because sadly, you didn't win the match you had on Impact or Hit. I'll give it to you. You know what, Xena? I think I should just forget about that and have a match with you. Oh, the last time you were on the show, Xena, you were like 2 years ago. No, last year. You know, back when you could still pick that sword up with your hand before the clay broke off. And at that time, you, Baron Corbin, was on there and you were making him look bad. Yeah, well, that was then, and this is now. You don't want to have a match with me, Grayson Waller. No, you don't. Yeah, I think I do. Well, let's just see about that. Hey! Stand up. Stand up. Also, now I can't stand up now. Did anyone get that? Yeah. I hope that everybody saw me knock you down. You should be thankful, Grayson Waller, I don't have you fired for not showing me on look. You know? Well, Xena, some folks might say you buried Grayson Waller, or you besmirched Grayson Waller. I didn't bury Grayson Waller. I didn't besmirch him at all. I wasn't ready, Xena. Fuck, stand up. Stand up. Hey, I wasn't ready, Xena. That was a cheap shot. Well, I most likely think you can't do it again. Yeah, I did it again, Grayson Waller. Stand up. Stand up. Oh. Now I got something to lean against because I can't stand up anymore. Well, as you can see, I beat Grayson Waller, you know, and now you learn not to fuck with the fighter elderling. Yeah, well, you learn not to fuck with the fighter elderling, and I should stand up without help. Yeah, too bad. Need to lean against something because I can't stand up anymore. You'd think I'd bring out a stand for me to stand up in. Oh. This isn't over, Xena. This is not over. Yeah, it is.